Welcome to the Weekly Thrive Report, and I'm your host, Greg, the Culture Change Agent. I'm pumped up, I'm excited, and this has been the best week of my life. Outside of when I was baptized, and of course outside of when I was born. And the reason for that is because, man, the situations I encountered, the challenges, the great conversations I had, I don't know, man. This week just had a different vibe, and I'm so excited, so encouraged about the summer. I'm dominating summer 17. Hope you have the same attitude. And I just pray after the end of this video, this energy that I have gets into your soul and spirit, so you make this week the best week of your entire 2017. Forget the past, best week of your entire 2017. But on a real note, though, today's theme, I want to talk about rejection. And I'm going to share 3 principles that I've lived through to kind of help me deal with rejection. I haven't told many people this, but 3 months ago, I got rejected from every single business school I applied to. I applied to Duke, I applied to Texas, I applied to Indiana, I applied to, who else I applied to? 2 other schools, and I got rejected from all of them. Initially, I'm gonna walk you through each one, right? First time I opened up the email. You know how when you get rejected, they like, well, Gregory, thank you so much for applying. Rejected. I said, what? The second one rejected. I said, what? Third one rejected. I said, 4th, 5th. And I said, what the fool? I ain't gonna curse. But I was like, are you serious? In my head, I was like, Greg, you're author. You were homeless. You were my number Trailblazer podcast. You read books. You did summer camps. You made $100 a day selling sodas in high school. Like, how could they not see your greatness? Like, are you serious? I see people going to Harvard there. I'm like, what? I blow them out the water. Like, I was comparing doing all stuff. I was hating in my head. Only allowed it to happen one day. But I was like so in my bag. I was all in my feelings. And then over the last couple of months, I've dealt with the issues and I've addressed some things, and I've never been more empowered in my life. And I'm not just telling y'all that to make a point because I'm a motivational speaker, but I say that from realness. And the way I was able to get over is first, acknowledge the gaps. A lot of people, when they first initially get rejected, and I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know if you've been rejected from your job. I don't know if you rejected for your top MBA school. I don't know if you've been rejected in a relationship. I don't know. Rejected by your parents. I don't know. But the first thing I suggest you do is acknowledge the gaps. Because one thing I did realize, right? There's a process on how to get into business school. And with my candidacy in particular, I had big red flags. And if you know a little bit of my story, 7 years to graduated with a 3.0, but last 2 years had a 2.0 and failed a lot of classes. Corporate background, every year I left jobs or I changed jobs, so spotty career record. And I've accomplished a lot of things in entrepreneurship, but it's just, I have a deeper story. And when you have those red flags, you need to overcompensate by getting high GMAT scores or selling your story to every admission counselor that's in your presence. And also attending the diversity conferences and all that other stuff. Guess what? I was unhumble. I didn't go the extra mile. I said, yo, I read books. I got a story. I got a banging essay. I wasn't in the admissions counselor faces. I didn't go hard on the GMAT. I had a low score, 550 to be exact, and I didn't raise the bar with that. And I just thought I was going to finesse my way into business school, and I got denied. So it told me one thing, and one thing in particular, right? Once I acknowledged the gaps, I said, hey, if you want to go to business school next year, you need to apply yourself on a GMAT, and you need to go to every single conference. I didn't blame anybody else. I looked squarely in the mirror and say, what am I lacking? Alright, so I challenge you. Whatever you just got to reject it. I know it's going to be a hard pill to swallow. I know you want to make excuses. And some excuses are valid. I get it. Some excuses are valid. But make sure you acknowledge what areas you need to go forward to if you want to move forward in that. The second thing, and it's really weird, but y'all got to hear me on that. Encourage those who have succeeded. Right? Because I told you, when I first got the initial denials, I was comparing myself to every single person that got into business school. And I was like, hold up, G, right? If you really are about this minority trailblazer life, right? If you're really about this empowerment life and really encouraging others, so why if not somebody is encouraging their dreams and pushing forward, why are you not cheering them on? Why are you not in their success? Why are you not their biggest cheerleader? Just because you didn't get the opportunity. Because it ain't about you, it's about the culture, G. That's what you say. That's what you wake up every single day and say, I'm the culture change agent. So I had to check myself and encourage those that succeeded. Don't hate on people just because they're doing something they want to do. Because guess what? Now I got a group of friends that if I choose to go to business school next year, hey, what up, bro? Let me know I need to go. Let me go to the conference. I can use it, utilize that. And at the end of the day, if I see my brother moving forward, I don't know who he's affecting. He could be changing his whole dynamic history of his family by going that route. So I have to clap for him. So encourage those that succeeded in what you have failed in. I know it's hard for to swallow, but this is how I change my mindset to not hate, but to congratulate. And the third thing, and most important, I need you to resonate with me, is remember it's a movie, right? And in a movie, the best movies, like, you know, the Rockies and all these other things, the best movies are the movies where the hero, the antagonist, the star gets knocked down, right? And when they get knocked down, the best movies are they get down, you see them low, you see them in the trash cans, you see them doing all this stuff, and then they overcome it. So realize this is just one moment in your story. One rejection is not the kill shot. You are not out the game unless you get killed. To be honest, unless you die, you are not out of the game. So realize that and embrace that moment. I got the underdog spirit now. I'm dominating Summer 17. Not out of spite, but because, yo, this only makes my story, my journey that much more impactful for somebody else, right? Because somebody else is gone that line and saying, yo, I just messed up. I didn't get into business school. Or I didn't get this. And now they get to see my testimony, my story, and I'm going to kill it. And I was going to push them to that next level. So realize it's just a part of your movie. But enough on that note. The great things that happened to me this week are, first, one of my little brothers, he's not a blood brother, but I call him a little brother. Last 4 years I've known him. He signed to play collegiate basketball. And the reason why that means a lot to me is because he's a project baby, grew up his whole life in the projects, never saw out of his environment, and now he has the opportunity to get a full ride to play collegiate basketball and hopefully change the whole dynamic about his surroundings, his sisters, his little brothers, and get them out the hood. So I'm excited for him, and I know he's going to have the right mindset to achieve. And just to see his growth for the last couple years, we shared a special moment, and I couldn't be more proud. The second thing I'm excited about is this year I will be doing 2 middle school graduations. I know last year I did my first graduation ever at elementary school. Mind you, I was blazing them 5th graders. I was going in. I redid the video, and I was like, yo, I am talking some crazy stuff like adults need to hear. And I was talking to some 5th graders, so it was a funny experience. Who knows what I'm going to say to these middle school people, but please keep me in prayers and encourage me that I deliver an on-point message. Last thing is I have my Thrive Chat calls this weekend. So every Saturday from 6:30 to 8, I'm giving tips on public speaking, tips on branding, tips on writing your first book, podcasting, whatever question you have. I have 3 time slots for 30 minutes. For free, that I'm just giving advice, and I just being real intentional about my Saturdays. I realize that my best Saturdays is when I have a podcast early in the morning, or when I have great conversation to start the day, and I realize those are my most productive Saturdays. So I'm doing that. Reach out to me at greg@gregehill.com or comment below if you want to set up a time, and I'm more than happy to set that up. My one area for improvement this week, I would say, is respecting my own energy. So my biggest thing is 2. 1, realizing what energy you're giving off, and 2, be keenly aware what type of energy you're bringing in. Because in order to reach that goals, you need the right energy to push forward in every single thing you do. So this week I'm going to be very, 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 very aware of what energy I give off, but also who's around me and what type of energy they're giving. My one recommended book of resources is an app called Streak. It's actually a Google add-in, and it allows me to see when somebody has viewed my email and dings me to follow up if I haven't replied in a week or so. So it's helped me in my follow-up game strong. And the link is below, and check it out. I guarantee it can add value to my entrepreneurs and my change agents out there. My big idea of the week, collaboration. That's all I'm going to say, collaboration. I can't release any details right now, but I guarantee some big stuff is coming your way. Get excited. My big takeaway of the week is simple. Stop looking for answers when you are the solution. I text one of my boys this weekend. I said, yo, I'm going to LA for a week this summer. Hey, man, what's good? He said, yo, I'm excited, man. The city needs you. I said, what you mean the city needs you? He said, yo, it's crazy stuff that's happening in the community, in the schools, and the positive role models that are not there. I think you can add a lot of value, man. I'm excited for you to be there. And at first I was like, okay, I get it. But then I thought about it, and I text back, oh, that's why you there. And he was like, what you mean, G Hill? I was like, dude, you graduated cum laude, got your master's degree, self-funded, raised 2 of your younger brothers. Mom was on drugs. Dad, not in your life. Once you graduated from grad school, you took care of your grandfather, then went to work in one of the biggest sports media companies in the world. Now you follow your dreams to LA, and now working for another media company that's one of the best in the country. And you're saying that they need me? No, they need you to realize how special and unique you are. And I realized this whole week I've been around some energy around people that I'm like, yo, guys, realize how special and unique you are. Utilize your gift and give back. Acknowledge your greatness. Because we have too many people that undervalue themselves. So I just challenge you to realize you are the star of the show. My one goal for next week is simple. Confirm the venue for the Minority Trailblazer Conference that's happening in March 2018. And finalize the dates for my summer tour. Big details coming. I can't wait to share. Get excited. And then my last thing, my challenge to you is to write down below in the comments one area this summer you're going to stretch yourself in. Because it's the only way you're going to grow. And I just want to see if whether it's fitness, whether it's finances, a product, starting a podcast, starting a YouTube, I don't know. But comment below one area you're going to stress yourself this summer. And I'm going to follow up at the end of the summer and see if you really stuck to it, alright? So last but certainly not least, I need you to do two things. First, subscribe, like, and share this video if it means something to you. And second, change the freaking culture. Good night.